Ped Egg, EGG.
Well, yes, ped egg, and this is the power ped egg. So anyway, we've talked about it so much.
Yeah. Someone said I laughed so hard at that episode. Oh my God. Yeah. Someone said that's my favorite episode. Yes. So that is the famous ped egg.
This is
Will you send me a picture of it?
Yes. This is the power ped egg. There's also one that's not power. Of course, power is fancier. So this is the one I got my mother-in-law.
Well, you're gonna need the power one, clearly.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so fun to see the ped egg. Okay, we're gonna get to questions, but here's our ask for you. We have been nominated for a Webby Award for our podcast, which is so exciting. This is a really prestigious award for kind of excellence on the internet, which I guess podcasting is considered internet. And we would love it if you would vote for us, because there is a People's Voice Award, which is one that is from online voting. And so if you click the link in my profile, it'll take you to a place to vote, and you get a giant gold star if you do it, because it would really be exciting to get that. So we would love to get it. Someone said my daughter bought the Pour vacuum, another potential gift for your mother-in-law. Yeah, you could have like a whole series of like
practical,
things like on the border of my 22-year-old son borrowed my ped egg. Oh, that is funny.
That's
funny.
Oh
Gosh. Somebody said, I thought it would look like an egg. Yeah, I don't understand the eggness.
There is the non-powered version, looks like an egg. This is the electric version.
Oh, I see. So yes. the egg reference is now lost, but it's still called a ped egg. Yes. Somebody asked, Elizabeth, what? Oh, hey, there's our mother. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yes. What is the? Someone says, Gretchen, where are the gold hoop earrings you wear from? Where did I get those? I think I got those at Bergdorf. But yes, I wear them all the time. So thank you for noticing. Elizabeth, somebody was asking, what is your favorite color?
Oh, I struggle with that. I don't know. Probably right now, white, I guess.
Ooh, interesting choice. Oh, if you have a signature color, put it in the comments.
Yes.
So is the signature color different from a favorite color?
Probably. Good question.
I think people probably pick their favorite color as their signature color, but maybe. I could imagine that someone would.
But I think it depends.
Well, it might be also how easy it is to buy clothes, because like I love wearing the color purple. But I don't know that
your favorite color.
I don't know that I could commit to it. Somebody is asking, when is the next book club? So for this, it's May 21st. Is when we will be talking about Me Talk Pretty One Day. Elizabeth, we still need to pick the Happier Podcast.
Yes, book. And we've been discussing it. I think we got sidetracked with the pandemic.
Yes, we did. As one does. As one does. Ooh, lilac, green, hot pink. Oh, everybody has different colors. This is really interesting. Like no one has the same one. Oh, two have purple.
Someone says red is their power color, which is interesting.
See, I like this idea that you might have like a power color, or then like an environment color, a chill color. Pink and gray. I love that. Yeah. Someone says teal. I refer to it as a mermaid color. Interesting that when colors are described in attractive terms, people like the things better, and they will pay more for them. So like something that's described as sage, people will are more likely to buy than something that's green. And along the same lines, here's some body facts for you. With food, if food is described as like, grandma's old time Southern mac and cheese, people are more likely to get it than if it's just macaroni and cheese. So words matter to us. Words matter to us a lot. Our imagination really matters to like us.
Interesting.
Oh, someone says, someone whose handle is Thinks in Purple has 3 purple hearts and says, hence my Instagram name. That's great.
That's great.
Oh, someone says, these days it's black yoga pants, black tee. Yeah, I hear you. I got my black yoga pants on. Someone says blue appears more powerful. Oh, that's interesting. Well, blue happens to be, that is the #1 color in brands today. 30% of brands have the color blue in them. So there you go.
You mean in their logo?
In their logo. But I think red is considered a power color often on TV. Like that's why I think why Nancy Reagan wore red, because you just pop so much.
Yes.
I read somewhere that Nancy Reagan told other people that they couldn't wear red.
Oh, interesting.
So if you are just joining, I'm Gretchen Rubin. This is Elizabeth Kraft. We are the hosts of the Happier with Gretchen Rubin podcast. Today is Ask Us Anything. Someone asked Elizabeth's favorite colors, so now we are on a digression about signature colors. I don't know why I find this endlessly
Endless, I
fascinating.
know. Can
Aquamarine.
I give everyone a little preview of something from Happier in Hollywood?
Yes.
Yes, it'll be on next week. We interview a costume designer, Allison Fanger, about what to wear for Zoom meetings.
Oh, great.
And it's fascinating. But one thing she said, which I will preview, is don't wear black.
Because
And
it washes you out.
well, just because it gets lost. She said, you
Mm.
just become nothing. So don't wear
Floating
black.
head.
And she said, normally she wouldn't say that. Like for in-person meetings, she has no problem with black. But she thinks for Zoom, you absolutely, one thing you don't want to do is wear black.
Interesting.
So
Interesting. Now, is
public
this the woman?
service
Did you
announcement.
interview her like years ago?
Yeah. We interviewed
She's-
her way back about just style.
Yeah.
That was, I think, episode 86, if anyone wants to listen to it.
Okay. Oh, I can't.
And she's wonderful. She's the costume designer for Grace and Frankie, which I think has some of the best clothes on television ever.
Yeah.
So anyway, she talks about what to wear for Zoom meetings. Another little tip I'll give you is she thinks you should have a collar.
Have a what?
A collared shirt.
Oh, to give you definition.
Which I don't have right now.
But
so anyway, she's got a lot of great suggestions, a lot of strong opinions. So.
And this is the one that dropped yesterday, or the one that's
no,
going
it'll be on next week. We
next
just recorded it, so it'll be on next week. So I'm just giving you a teaser.
Teaser. Okay, excellent. Now, some people are asking if we watched the Parks and Rec special episode last night. No, I was so busy rewatching episodes of Game of Thrones. I totally forgot about Parks and Rec, one of my other favorite shows. So I'm so excited that everybody's reminding me. Alyssa, did you watch it?
I didn't, but maybe I'll watch it this weekend.
Oh, I'm going to absolutely. Was it good? Give me a thumbs up if you watched it and if it was good. Because I just desperate. It's going to be good. I'm going to love it no matter what. that's just my attitude. Any recommendations for movies or any series to watch? Okay, listeners, this is on you. Let's flood the comment section with suggestions because somebody says they love Grace and Frankie clothes. Because this is something where there's never. I would say if you've never watched Russian Doll, watch Russian Doll. I love that.
Unorthodox. I just watched 4 episodes. Wonderful.
Everybody keeps telling me to watch it. I need to watch that show. Okay.
If you haven't watched Succession, I'm absolutely obsessed with Succession. I'm in 2 Succession Facebook groups. Oh, someone says Little Fires Everywhere. I've heard that's amazing. Also, the morning show on Apple. I love.
Yes, we watched that when we were all together in New York. Ozark to me and Better Call Saul, I can't take those high tension shows. I couldn't watch Breaking Bad. This is why I'm having trouble getting into Mad Men because but like in even Game of Thrones, the first time I saw it, I really struggled in the middle because it made me so tense. But I'm going to get over it. The Crown, a lot of people said, wait, what is the Wolf Hall? Our parents were saying is great. I want to watch Wolf Hall.
Oh, Wolf Hall. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. There's so many things.
There's so many ones that I keep hearing are good, like Normal People. I keep hearing about. Mrs. Maisel. I need to go back and watch the rest.
If there are people who are kind of like sci-fi people reading, I just read a book by Ted Chiang called Exhalations, and it's short stories, which I usually don't read short stories, which I think is why I had never read it before because it won like every award and is like highly acclaimed and has like massive, wonderful reviews. And then somebody was doing, you know how in the paper now there's all these roundups or, online you come. So I was just like, this sounds like exactly my kind of thing. And oh my goodness, it is exactly my kind of thing. I'm so excited to have read it. So I highly recommend it. If that's your kind of thing, like if you like Black Mirror, for instance, type of thing.
And what is it called again?
It's either Exhalation or Exhalations. I think it's singular. And his name is Chiang, Chiang. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They are beautifully written, which is not always excellent science fiction is not always beautifully written. It kind of sometimes there's like great ideas and it's just sort of working like amazing writer. And the book is wonderful. Jamie's going to read it and I'm going to read everything that he hasn't written that much because he says he doesn't have that many ideas, which I respect. So I highly recommend that. I just finished that last night. This is great. So many people. Somebody said Fleabag. I still haven't watched Fleabag. I saw like one episode and somehow got sidetracked, and I'm desperate to watch that. Oh, someone says I love sci-fi. Yeah. The thing about science fiction is it's really important to get good recommendations. Well, I think that's true of anything.
Yes. And Gretch, while we're waiting, well, people also give us your questions. It's Ask Us Anything Friday. I have another show and tell item for you.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is, you come so prepared.
I know. Well, because people have been, I've been recommending on various platforms this app called Real Mahjong. I talked about it on Happier Hollywood. I think I talked about it here. And it's where you can actually play Mahjong hands in a very real way with the computer, or you can play with friends. Or just random people on the internet, but you use your card. I keep saying you have to have a card. So people have been asking me, what does the card look like? Yeah. So I brought the card today to show everybody. This.
Hold it up high, because unfortunately you're always covered by the words, which I think, which is too bad.
This is the Mahjong card, just to give you an idea. These are all hands that you can make.
Oh my, see, I don't even know what that means.
So you have to arrange your tiles in one of these hands. Now, this is the 2019 card. I haven't gotten my 2020 card yet because for some reason it takes a long time to get them. But anyway, for everyone who was asking about the Mahjong card, that's it.
That's cool. Someone says, I just finished playing real Mahjong with my friends at 4. So this is a great thing for the people who like need to get their Mahjong. Oh, someone else says, what? Oh, if you're just joining us, I'm Gretchen Rubin. This is Elizabeth Kraft. We are the host of the Happier with Gretchen Rubin podcast. We're answering questions and asking you to vote for us. Click the link in my profile because we're up for a Webby People's Voice Award, and we really want to win.
Yes,
so we huge gold star if you vote. Vote early and often, as they say. What family games do you recommend? We just started playing Ticket to Ride. Give me a thumbs up if you play Ticket to Ride, because I had never heard of this game, but I guess it's like super popular.
We haven't played it, but people loved it.
And then Elizabeth, you have a lot of good recommendations. You guys play Stratego, right?
Yeah, Stratego, Risk, Mastermind, Clue. Jack is really into Clue. In fact, I was thinking we should watch the movie, the Clue movie.
Oh, right.
Gretch, someone wants to know, what's the latest YA book you read?
Well, if you think of children's and YA together, the most recent one I read is The Marvelous Journey of Edwin Tulane by Kate DeCamillo, who, of course, is like a towering master of children's literature. And she wrote, what is it, Winn-Dixie? Oh, Because of Winn-Dixie, which I love. And that's really more of a children's book. It's either a children's book or an adult book. It's one of those kinds of books. What is the last YA book that I read? Maybe I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. I think that's the last one I read. And I'm always looking for recommendations. So if you have a great children's book recommendation or a YA recommendation, it's funny, like I'm often like, why is this on my list? And I have no recollection, and it's probably because somebody emailed me or put it in the post, and I just write it down, and then I have no recollection of why some random title, like sometimes it'll be from 100 years ago, and I'm like, why am I, Celia's House, why am I checking this out? Somebody told me to read it. So put your
more
suggestions.
Questions. Someone asked, do I like being called Elizabeth or Liz?
Ooh,
I
good
really
question.
Don't care at all. I often don't even notice which one I'm called because I'm used to both. I do feel weird though if someone I don't know calls me Elizabeth, because then it feels like they don't know me. Because most people, it's either people I know call me Liz or people I know call me Elizabeth. So I don't know.
It's interesting because the more formal version is actually the more intimate version of your name.
Yes.
Which you think of it as being the opposite.
That's true. And also someone asked how old Jack is. He is 10. He is in 4th grade, and I'm very proud of how diligent he's being with remote learning. Yeah. Very proud.
He's crushing it. Somebody said I should read Normal People. I have read Normal People, and I've read Conversations with Friends. I like Conversations with Friends better, and it seems like there's kind of a schism with people who've read both. Some people much prefer one to the other. But they're both well worth reading. So yes, so I did read Normal People. This is great. People are putting in I'm getting ready to reread the All of a Kind family books. Oh, that's so wonderful. But you should know some of them are out of print, which is just like a scandal, but I love those books.
Gretchen, someone says they were almost named Gretchen.
Oh,
So that's
really?
fun.
It's an unusual name.
And someone else said that when they're called Nicole, they feel like they're in trouble. She
Oh,
feels
right.
like
Okay. How many people have a nickname? A name that people often call them? I would love to know. Someone says, I feel weird when people don't realize Liz is short for Elizabeth, or they expect my initials to be LB instead of EB. Well,
that happens to me all the time.
What?
Just if someone gives me something monogrammed, often it's an L. Or I'll have something that says, well, the funny thing is I have a lot of things monogrammed EF because Elizabeth Fierro is my, real name, my married name. And so people will be like, why do you have EF on this? So
You're a woman of many names, Elizabeth.
I am a woman. I have
when I send you
names.
something, I'm like, what name should I put? I'm like, I hope the mailman knows that this is all you, because
I also have a lot of, I also have friends who call me Lizzie. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
My college friends often call me Lizzie, a lot of them. My high school friends often call me Kraft.
They do. That's right. And here's a funny question. And Elizabeth, I've never asked you this, or Liz, I haven't ever asked you this. Is there a name that people call you if they get your name wrong? Because there's certain names that seem to be paired in people's heads. As a Gretchen, and I've talked to other Gretchens about this, I am often called Heather. For some reason, this is like peanut butter and jelly in people's minds. And people say that Rachel and Melissa are often mixed up. That there's something about those two names that somehow people reach for one and they pull up the other. What about you, Elizabeth? Do you have a name?
Kim.
Because I guess it's like one syllable,
Liz,
3 letters.
Kim, yeah.
And K's and Z's. Isn't that funny?
Oh, someone says it's a Kim, they're called Pam.
Well, same thing, right?
Yeah.
That is so funny. Karen gets called Jan. Isn't it funny though that this is, someone says I mix up Amanda and Ashley. I can kind of get that. And then there's the whole Kristen. See, when I'm signing books, this is the family that's hardest for me. Kristen, because Kristen can have an I-N or an E-N. Kristen, Christine, Christina. It's like, I have to make them be like C-H because there's the C-H, there's the K. People call me Julie, not Joy. I get called Jill. I get Jen.
Joy, by the way, is our mom's middle name.
Yes.
Someone was asking what our middle names are.
Gretch.
Mine is Winfrey, although now I changed it to Kraft. But Winfrey was our mom's maiden name, so that was my middle name.
Eleanor's middle name.
Yeah. Too. And what's your middle name?
Anne. You knew that.
I know, but I wanted you to answer for yourself.
Oh, or Kraft. Yes.
Now it's Kraft.
Yeah. Oh, someone says people call me by my daughter's names of Aubrey or Aubrey instead of Audrey. I often, when I was a child, I thought this was the dumbest thing that adults did. But now that I'm an adult, I often have that thing. I'm like, which is the name of the child and which is the name of the parent? How many people have screwed that up in a kind of undeniable way? Or where little kids say, "Hey, Jack's mother." That's always funny.
Yes, that's what they say. Because now they don't know if they're supposed to use the first name or the last name. So everybody's just like Jack's mom.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like people are very, my daughter's Victoria. People call her Veronica. Yeah. No one gets my name wrong. I guess it's just not that common, I guess. Yeah. So if you're just joining us, I'm Gretchen Rubin. This is Elizabeth Kraft, or Liz Kraft, or Elizabeth Fierro, or Liz Fierro, or could be Elizabeth. Well, I don't know. Many iterations.
Many
answers to all. I used to call you Pattywhack sometimes. That was the name.
Pattywhack.
We are the hosts of the Happier with Gretchen Rubin podcast. We are talking about any questions that you want to answer right now. We're talking about middle names and nicknames for some reason, a fun topic. And we would love for you to vote for our podcast. The link is in my profile for the Webby People's Voice Word. Oh, and I should say that you can only do it through May 7th. So do it quickly if you're so inclined to do it, and we would so appreciate it. May 7th is the deadline.
But the people want to meet Barnaby, but you've said that he doesn't necessarily come when you call him.
No, I should get him he's got this one toy that he really loves. I mean, it is really, really touching how much he loves this toy. Like in the morning when I get him up, he'll go find it and just kind of like check in with it and be like, okay, I know where that toy is. And then when someone comes home, right, he'll often go get the toy and sort of bring it to them. Like, did you know I have this super great toy? And then just sort of like sit with it. So I could bring his toy down here and he'd probably come with me and just like to keep his eye on it. Yeah, I will do that. Son says, can you put up a post about the vote in Instagram that we can share about the vote? Oh, yes, we will do that. Yes, I will put something in Instagram. And I'm also going to do a blog post on it. So there will be a lot. Oh, and in my newsletter. So I have this newsletter, if you don't know, my 5 things that are making me happy newsletter that comes out every Friday. And you can sign up for that at gretchenrubin.com/newsletter. And all the information is also in the newsletter. So you could also get it through the newsletter. And the newsletter is just like a fun roundup of like fun things making me happy, like recommendations, that sort of thing.
Someone's asking, should I say, Liz, have we taken the exclamation point joke too far in the HIH group? He's referring to in Happier in Hollywood. We have a Facebook group, which you're free to join, even if you don't listen to Happier in Hollywood. And we talked on Happier in Hollywood about how people use too many exclamation points in emails, especially professional emails. And we recommended that we all cut down wildly on the number of exclamation points we use. So in Happier in Hollywood, everyone's always using extra exclamation points and saying,
it's a joke.
Yes. And I do it myself. So I don't think we've taken it too far now. It never gets old. The exclamation point humor never gets old.
The thing that's funny, because that's sort of a recurring theme in Happier in Hollywood, is it's funny though how it's one of these little things that actually matters quite a bit. I feel like it is really a tone thing. And my daughter Eliza can do so much humor with whether she includes a period or not. Like she can use, I mean, there is an art form of using punctuation properly. So I think that, so somebody says, okay, just checking. That's very funny. Somebody says, yes, I have been really conscious of that ever since. Yeah. How many people think that they might go too far on the exclamation points? Definitely me.
I definitely do. Still,
yeah, I often go back and take them out.
Yes,
somebody
because
says,
I think if anyone's why this is an issue is because it makes you seem like you're almost too eager. Like you're so friendly. It's kind of like dotting your I with a circle instead of a dot, Yeah. It's just, it's too eager.
But it's funny how it can often soften something too. Like
which is why we use it.
Yes. Yeah. Someone says, how do we feel about the Oxford comma? Totally 100% on the Oxford comma. I am team Oxford comma. How about you, Elizabeth?
Yeah, that's the one that's after the list, at the end of a list. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, give us a thumbs up if you're on our team Oxford comma.
I must tell you, on the same subject as the Oxford comma, Sarah and I battled with people for years over we wanted to keep the 2 spaces after the period.
Yeah.
But we finally just gave up because nobody else wants to keep that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember, I think when I turned in my first book, my Power, Money, Fame, Sex, that was like, they did like a universal replace and I had to like get over the heartbreak. Yeah. It's funny how you get very attached to certain punctuation. I will not split an infinitive. Now I think that the grammar experts are really saying we have moved past this rule and it was never really a rule that should have been so promulgated, and that it's fine like to say, to finally go, or or what's the thing from Star Trek, which is the famous split infinitive, to boldly go, where but I still don't do it. I get distracted by it. I'm like, I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, someone says one space.
Because I didn't know that had been declared, so I had struggled.
But it's one of these things where the people, it's like, how far, like, do they know that it's correct and you've made a mindful decision, or do they think you don't know? I don't know. It's just too complicated. Oh, someone says, I'm using exclamation points significantly less at work after the podcast. Elizabeth, making a difference in punctuation. And then a lot of people are team Oxford comma. I'm very glad to see. Oh, and people are weighing in on the spaces too.
And Gretch, people want to know, they say, we know my personal symbol is a lightning bolt. What is yours?
The color spectrum, right? Isn't that what I picked?
Or the bluebird.
Well, the bluebird is like my historic symbol because that is just like for happiness. The bluebird is a symbol for happiness. So I do have a lot of bluebirds. Elizabeth has given me a lot of bluebird mugs. Oh, and I could wear my bluebird t-shirt on Monday because you've given me some great bluebird t-shirts. I think that my current one is like the color wheel. It's the color wheel. I picked the color wheel.
I gave you the color wheel puzzle for Christmas.
You did. And when we were together in, where were we in North Carolina? Where we went into the museum and I bought the color necklace.
Charleston.
No. Where was it? It was a modern art museum that was downtown.
I thought it was in Charleston. Charlotte.
It was Charlotte. I don't think we went to Charleston. Yeah,
no,
it was
you're
Charlotte.
Right. Charlotte. I was going through my mind.
Victoria, Veronica, Charleston, Charlotte. You see how people make these mistakes. Yes. Somebody says, I thought color wheel was your color. Yeah, the color wheel is the color spectrum is my symbol. It's my color. I really embrace the kind of the color chart. There is an amazing, if you are interested in color, there is an amazing book called Color Chart, which is a book that accompanied an exhibition, and it's such a good. I was just looking at it the other day. It's so good.
Gretchen, someone wants to know if you have a theory about why people are baking so much banana bread right now.
You know, there was a whole article today. It was on the front page of the Wall Street Journal today, and I did not read it. So I think it's just, you don't need yeast for banana bread, right? So you can't get yeast. It's sweet. It kind of has the health halo of having like a fruit in it.
Banana, yeah.
Banana, you know, and yet it's really cake. So that would be, and I don't know, there is something it's like, it's good. It's hearty. I don't know, but I'd be curious to know what do other people's speculation
People
about?
Are writing in. Someone says it's easy to make. Also, someone asked if I'm going to entertain finally once this is in theory over. Well, you know, I actually did do some entertaining before we started this, and I was just saying to Sarah that I actually feel less like entertaining because I want to go to other people's houses, you know.
Right, you don't want them. You want to get out of your house.
I'm tired of our house. But I bet everyone feels that way. So yes.
Yeah. Well, somebody's stating the obvious about the bananas, that it's a good way to use old bananas. That's the obvious thing. Yeah. But listen, yeah, I know. I think there's this funny. I think I put it in my newsletter actually. This funny site called Room Raider. Or it's a Twitter feed, I think, called Room Raider, where they rate people's backgrounds. For like Zoom, or like if they've been on TV being interviewed, you know, like some celebrity or some political figure or something like that, and they rate them as 3 out of 10. And what's funny is some of the people have like come back and like followed like, it's like, you need a plant, and then they have a plant, and it's like, you know. So anyway, it's this whole thing, but it's made me much more self-conscious about my background. My problem is there's the light
Yes.
thing. Anyway, it's not so easy, but
Adam and
but this is a way to peer into other people's houses.
No, today Adam was helping me go around and try to find a better background than this, and we failed because there are issues of light.
Yeah,
I tried outside, but it was very windy, so my hair was flying.
No, it would be so nice to do it outside because it's so beautiful to see somebody outside.
Yeah.
Someone says, "Oh yeah, always check out the background." Yes. Thumbs up if you're always peering over the people's shoulders now to look at the background, because it was that, I have to say, when the original cast of Hamilton sang that song on John Krasinski's thing, I was mesmerized by looking at the background of all the actors. It was so fun. Mom and I talked about it actually later. We were like dissecting the different people's backgrounds.
Oh, it was great.
Someone says, Liz, your background is perfectly fine. Yes, and listen, you've got that Mac that everybo's enthralled by. Yes, maybe,
but it's like I have the TV there, which I can't move, and it's just this ugly glob of black there, and then the door, like I can't hang any art.
Right.
So, and the thing is, I have to be in a room. I have good locations in the house where I could do it, but there are people there.
Yes, that's the thing.
I can't send everyone out for my 4 hours of Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
So that's part of the issue, is you need some bit of privacy. Okay,
but so here's something that they were saying on Room Raider, but I had never heard anybody say this. But then on then I was doing this interview and the person raised it, and it was a new idea for me, which is that you want depth. Like it would be better if I were like this, because in fact I think that's how I plan to be, and then I
Yeah, that's your background is gorgeous.
well, now this is good because there's depth, because there's like two things, and there's like this is how I meant to be. Sorry everybody here, but I didn't know about depth, because like often I do it in front of a bookshelf, which I thought was like kind of uniform but maybe busy. But then somebody was saying, well, that it's flat and it's better to have depth, and I had never heard it. So is depth the thing? Are we just put a thumbs up or just say depth? Somebody says put a pretty fabric over the TV.
Yeah, I actually thought about propping up some sort of art there, but then I thought it might be at an odd height where it just looked weird. But maybe I will try that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
Gretchen, should we do our accountability?
Yes, let's do accountability. Our accountability. Eyes on you. Put in the comments, what are we holding you accountable for?
Well, Gretchen, I have to give myself a gold star because it's May 1st, and part of I was doing alcohol-free April, and I did it. So
Monday, let's talk about that.
Okay.
That's going to be the time we will kick it off on Monday.
Definitely going to have a nice glass of wine tonight. I'll tell you that much.
You are. Okay. So that's well done. So you're glad you did it.
Glad it was great. Yes,
okay.
Glad I did it, but happy to have some wine tonight. Also, because now it's nice at night and we're sitting outside, and it's just nice to sit out by the fire pit and have wine. So
I love you. You have such an LA life with your fire pit. So people are giving themselves gold stars too. Give yourself a gold star if you've done something that you intended to do. You can write down 1 line a day journal. That's great. And if you want, remember I have my 1 sentence a day journal if you want that. If you want to get that.
Someone's resisting snack bursts. That's
snack bursts. Yes. Tomorrow I need to prepare a boring document for a court hearing. Okay. Our eyes are on you. Do it tomorrow.
Yes.
Decluttering a box in my bedroom. Same box I was supposed to declutter last weekend. Okay. You have the weekend. Monday we're gonna look. Yeah. Somebody says congratulations to you. Excellent.
Someone called about their insurance. That's always a hassle. Good job.
Somebody says Mother's Day. Yes, be thinking that was a challenge a couple days ago, which is conceive of your Mother's Day. If you're going to write a letter, if you're going to send something, if you're going to, because it's, somebody says gold star for just making it through another day. Yes, that's a gold star for sure.
Yes.
Yes. 2 walks a day, 16,000 steps.
Wow.
Excellent. Do a thumbs up if you're doing walk 20 and 20. Who is keeping up with their 20 steps?
I am.
Yes.
I've been trying to do 10,000 a day. 10,000 steps.
That's great. I know you've been on your treadmill desk because I've been on the phone with you on your treadmill desk. I scheduled a walk and talk for tomorrow. Someone says I'm almost done reading all the unread books on my bookcase. My 2020 resolution almost complete. Wow. Somebody was saying how there's some 20 for 20s that you can do better now, and so focus on those, and so that's a great example of that. Learn to Fair Isle knit. Wow, that sounds major.
Impressive.
Started a book folding project. Yes, a lot of walking. This is great. Okay, so we will be back on Monday at 4 o'clock. We're just going to talk about dry April. Your challenge for the weekend is to vote for us.
Please.
Yes, it will only take you a second. Tell your friends. If you know other people who are fans, we would so appreciate it if you are so inclined. Click the link in my profile, or you can look in the newsletter if you get the newsletter, and that's GretchenRubin.com/newsletter.
I also have the link in Happier in Hollywood Facebook group.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. That's great. And I will put it in, and then I'll do a blog post on it, and that's just at GretchenRubin.com. But somebody said I voted. Already
a
voted?
lot of people
this
have
is great.
Voted.
This is
a lot
great.
of people have chimed in. They voted.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you, everybody who already voted.
Yeah. So again, I don't remember if I said it. The link is in my profile if you want the link, or you can go to it's in my newsletter if you get the newsletter, and if you want the newsletter, it's at GretchenRubin.com/newsletter. Look at all these people who voted.
Yay,
Gold stars for everyone. This is
Someone
great.
said we're in first place right now, Gretch.
Oh, are we?
That's what someone said.
Yeah, there's that other show that has the not safe for work name. I think was number one when I voted. So
right.
I'm glad to know
it was like
Yeah.
We won't say it.
We won't say it. But anyway, thanks everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Happy May. Keep your hands clean and your minds clear. Bye.
Bye.